And we're live.
Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining me today as we uncover the mysteries of the Mandela effect itself and find out the true meaning of it all. We must discover what is really happening, what is really going on, to change these things that we know and hold dear to us. And let us help others discover the meaning of the Mandela effect, how it affects them, and the price of help. Thank you. And be sure to hit the like and subscribe down below.
Hey guys, good evening and welcome to our great show here where we're discussing Mandela effects and the like. Thanks for joining in. Welcome all Mandela affecting. So it's good to see you guys back again. We've got plenty of Mandela effects to show you guys. Teresa, do you have the birthdays for this week? Oh, and by the way, happy 4th of July coming up, guys.
Yes.
Yes, happy 4th.
Happy 4th of July. Yep. I'm ready whenever you want me to start. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
No problem. I would like to wish a special happy birthday to Adam Bockwich. Today is his birthday. And let's see. I'm going to move on to Jonathan Trimmer. His birthday was July 1st. So happy belated birthday. Let me see. Ripshot Sutton's birthday is July 8th. Odin Lush is July 14th. Jeremy Pumpian is July 16th. Linda Langley, she used to do all the animals, kind of like what Fizz does. She's July 22nd. CJ Wood, July 25th. And that's it for July. And anybody have any relatives they want to wish a happy birthday to? In the chat?
Well, one of my good friends, Adam Doherty, his birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy belated birthday. Jeff or Esther, anybody you guys know has any birthdays in July? Any relatives or friends you want to do a shout out?
Hi, my friend Will's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday, Will.
My dad's birthday is the 22nd. Or sorry, 21st. My sister's
happy
anniversary.
Happy doggy birthday, rough. rough. Jeff, you know anybody?
No, nobody off the top of my head I can think of.
Me neither. Okay, should we move on and start? And I don't know if we have. Oh, okay, just Esther. I was gonna look and do a shout out. I don't know where everybody is, but come on and join us if you're listening. It's going to be a great, happy early 4th of July. So come and join us if you're listening. Brian, should we start?
Yeah, sure. We'll go ahead and get started, I guess. And Sandy will be joining us. She's asked me to post her Buy Me a Coffee link.
Yeah. Do you want to explain that, or you want Sandy to explain that when she comes?
Well, when she comes on, she can further explain it.
Yeah, let her explain that. That was her great idea. Okay, Brian, do you want to start somewhere in Flickr, and I will join in?
Sure thing.
Thank you, Brian.
So we're going to start off with one of yours, Teresa.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Breakfast side dish, right?
Yes.
And who's taking the notes? Esther, would you like to take the notes, or Jeff? One of you guys?
I got it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
I may nod off.
It's okay. It is kind of late for you guys over there on the East Coast. I completely understand.
Okay.
Okay, so credit Teresa Lynch. One of Teresa's favorite breakfast side dishes has changed for her.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you remember this dish being spelled? Blank beef hash.
We have 4 people watching, so hopefully somebody will respond.
Yeah, well, we probably you guys probably didn't realize we were doing a show. This was kind of last minute, so I'm grateful that you guys showed up. Appreciate it.
Hopefully people join in, Brian.
So do you want to give them a clue, Teresa? Like, what's the first letter it starts with?
C.
Okay, is it corned beef hash?
You want me to say what I remember?
Well, we want to get some answers in the chat first, but
there's nobody here, Brian, to give answers.
I mean, from what it looks like corned beef. I don't know. And potatoes, maybe?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Corned beef hash for me.
Yep.
Oh, I finally have a response. Corn, C-O-R-N-E.
Oh, welcome. It's in Bunny's shadow.
I don't know if I know the correct spelling, so.
Okay.
I remember corn.
So do I.
Corn.
C-O-R-N.
There we go.
Alexandra. I remember being corned beef hash.
Okay. So we got some answers in the chat.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, everyone.
So for Teresa, it's always been corned beef hash, and it's always been corned.
Mm-hmm. It just looks so weird with corned.
Corned beef.
Yeah, I buy this stuff all the time, and
but what about the dish? Like when you
it changed for me. I don't remember the ED on the can. I'm sorry.
We got another one, remembering like us. Dale Hess, welcome.
Yay. Brian, do you want to read it?
Sure. This reality says it's called corned beef because of how it's prepared. Yet they say it's also called salt beef, not salted beef.
Mm-hmm.
So corn would actually make more sense. And by that same logic, why isn't roast beef hash or roast beef called roasted beef, since it's also roasted?
Right.
Exactly.
They both kind of sound right, like corned beef hash. Like I've heard it both ways.
Uh-huh. So
I mean, I will accept both answers. All I can think of is Alex. I will accept both answers. We're on Jeopardy or something.
But there is residue on some of these, right?
Yeah, plenty residue. Uh-oh, I think that one changed in the bottom. Look. Actually, she was showing it both ways. It said corn at the top, and then it says corned on the can. That's what she was doing, showing it the two different ways. It looks so weird. Sandy remembers corned because she used to be a waitress, I guess at a diner or something. So she remembers corned with an ED.
Who does? Sandy does?
Yeah, because Sandy used to be a waitress at a diner, so she was used to seeing corned with the ED. But she said she also remembers corn too. But I guess from her working in the diner, that's kind of sunk in her head, you know, with the ED one. And look at all this residue, guys, at actual restaurants. Look, they wrote it in the sign, C-O-R-N.
I will say the more you say it, the more corn sounds correct. Like the more you say it, the more it does sound like that's the correct way to say it. It just looks
so weird.
Everyone in my family used to say corned beef hash, not corned.
Yeah.
Going off. So I'm muting myself.
Yeah, I think it's I've gotten used to saying corned beef.
Always corn for me. I love the stuff.
I remember seeing it as corned recently, but I'm not sure how long it's been like that. Or
for me, it just changed recently because I've been eating this stuff for I don't know how many years. So I was looking at my can one day and I was heating it up and I looked at it and I said, "What the heck?" And that's what I told Sandy about it. For me, it just recently changed.
As soon as you showed me, I knew right away it was a change, at least for me.
I think it's a good find.
Yeah, I agree.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we can move on, Brian, if you want. We got a long way to go, and hopefully Sandy will be joining us soon. And more residue. Look at that on the left-hand corner. It's both ways. Look, corned in the corner, and then corn underneath. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, Alexandra made a good point, which I was kind of thinking the same thing about being regional differences.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
I lived in Florida, guys, and I remember corned beef hash. It's always been like that for me. I've never heard of corned. I know it sounds weird, but I never remember that being used. Sorry. So weird.
Okay.
I'm in New England too, Alexandra. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right.
It's and when do you usually eat corned beef if you're Irish? Does anybody know?
Oh, I just eat it sometimes for breakfast. Like I'll pick up a can and I'll be like, okay, I'm in the mood to have it. I usually just buy a can every time I go grocery shopping. Just pick up
I feel
a
like I should
can.
know that answer.
Yeah.
It's the one that's most interested in UK stuff. My daughter constantly asks me, she's like, what's your lineage again? I'm like, Welsh. I'm Welsh. 83% of my bloodline is Welsh.
Hi, Follow Fire. Welcome. Oh, Follow Fire remembers corn.
Welcome, Follow Fire and John Nada.
Yeah. Welcome, John Nada. Welcome. Sandy will be joining anybody who's just got here. She'll be here.
Yeah, Sandy will be here shortly.
She just finished finishing up things so we can show it. All right.
She's uploading now.
Okay, Jeff, would you like to read this next one for me? Or Esther?
Yeah, I'll read it.
All right.
One of my favorite discontinued chips of the 80s has changed, and I'm hoping you remember them enough to fill in the blank.
Okay.
Keebler blank skins potato chips.
I know what I want to say, but I don't know if that's even. I don't know if I was too young to know these ones.
I used to eat them, and it changed for me.
I was born in the 80s, so I was really young, and I didn't like potato chips as a kid. Or even now. I don't even eat them now.
What's the answer?
So, I remember Tater, Tater, but that's not what they are now.
What are they now?
I just imagine they'd be potato.
Potato.
Wow.
Potato skins not only looks wrong, but sounds wrong to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know I used to ask my mom to buy tater skins. They could also have been spelled tater, Tater, but I do remember the O. Do you remember tato skins?
Potato skins. That just sounds wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
I don't know if that's what the name is supposed to be, but whatever. It just sounds wrong. Tato.
It sure does.
Yeah, it sounds stupid now.
You can see tater because that's what people shorten potato to. Is tater. Especially in the South. That's like a way, that's how they say it. But instead of saying potatoes, they always say just tater.
Now, this is residue that I found for Sandy in newspapers. For tater, both ways.
Tater.
A little bit of residue there.
Oh, Philipor said they voted for this before Tater. Or Tito.
And there's the A, the OR, I mean.
Tito Jackson. I have a hard time reading all these comments. My stuff keeps covering up. So let me.
So, yeah, plenty of residue for both spellings.
Tater does make more sense, like tater tots.
Yeah.
Kind of does.
Yeah, Alfie, Poison, Bunny, Shadow. That's a long name.
This reminds me of those. Was it Totinos versus Tortinos versus Tostinos pizza rolls?
Teresa just left or got
Uh,
kicked out. Tato Swift.
it looks wrong.
I'd be more likely to listen to that stuff.
Joe Bloor's got some jokes tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't.
So, Brian, you asked
Yeah.
about Totinos, right?
Yeah,
I remember Tostinos.
I know a lot of people do. I remember Tortinos,
Really?
but it's actually Tostino. It's
Totinos.
Totinos.
Yeah, that looks wrong to me. I remember Tostinos.
I know. I swear to you, it was Tortinos for me. I know there's residues out there.
Yeah, I believe you. I bet I could find some residue for that too.
It's been so long, but I do remember when it was changed. I'm like, that did sound weird. I was like, how are we mispronouncing it wrong for so long? And then I found out the Mandela effect. I'm like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of things were off before I even knew what a Mandela effect was. I would notice so many different things just seemed off and different from what I remembered. It was just thing after thing would come up. And then I'd blow it off like it was nothing, like I just forgot.
I've had many family arguments where people would be like, this place was here, that place was there, this place was called that, and now it's called this. And I remember they would go back and forth, and it was like, this was all right before I found out about the Mandela effect. And then after I did, I'm like, I'm wondering if everybody is literally everyone's right in this argument, but they don't want to admit it because it's changed. Because I mean, my family would like very emphatically, this is the way it was, and this is where it was located, and blah blah blah. And the other person's like, no, it was in. I'm like, how do you both have clear memories of two different things? And I'm like, I'm like, well, you probably both right. That would clear up a whole lot of arguments right there. Going, well, we're both right. Just somehow it's no longer the way you remember it. So I'm like,
right. It's multiple realities. So everybody's right.
Wow.
Yeah. And of course, they're like, oh, the Mandela, they're like, you're crazy. And I'm like, even my younger sister, we try to talk about it, and I'm like, well, what about all the times we've had those arguments? And what if you both were right? And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay. Like, I had to drop it. And I can't talk about it at all around them because they just will not accept it. I asked my brother about, like, with Adolf Hitler with his eye color. He's like, of course he's always had brown eyes. I'm like, no, he's always had blue eyes. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe you just, and he just fluffed it off. And a lot of the other things are like, oh, I just fluffed it off. I don't know how to explain that. It's just weird. And I'm like, well, it's called the Mandela effect. And he's like, no, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So.
Oh God, I hate when people just shut it out like that. It drives me crazy.
They don't want to accept that their reality has been changed. It's too much for them to
Too jarring
handle.
for them. It scares them.
And I think that's why we're given this, because we can handle it and we accept it.
You're right.
And the other people, it's just too much of a shock to them.
Yeah, like certain people are made to be able to see it.
Yes, and that's us. Yep.
It's weird. Like, it is hard to accept because it's like, how does this fit? Like, how does stuff change? And it just makes no sense.
Oh God.
But then it also makes no sense to accept it either. So it's like, well,
it took me a while. It took me a while when I first woke up to it, and I finally accepted it. It took me a long time, and I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Just keep running residue.
Shaved on outside. Oh, somebody's changing us now.
That's the one thing we don't seem to be running out of. We seem to get plenty of residue everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
multiple ways.
You can find it a lot of times in social media.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I found a ton of residue on social media for so many of the changes, especially the song changes.
Pizza bagels bites jingle. Philip Byers asking, do you remember the pizza bagels bites jingle? That's
No.
I don't actually.
I love the bagel bites,
I haven't had those before.
bagel pizza bites.
Are they good?
I need a. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
looking at the chat.
Welcome in. Your mom's in the chat,
it-
Brian.
Oh, hey, Mom. Hey, but the pepperonis, they don't taste like real pepperonis. That's the only
They
thing.
don't?
Well, they're the square kind. You know what I'm talking about? The little squares they put on the pizzas, on the little bagels.
Yeah.
Hey, Preliminal. I forgot to say hi to him.
I don't know
Hey,
if I've
Prelim.
had those. I don't know if I've ever had the bagel pizzas. If I have, it was like one time.
Yeah, I think you can find them at. I mean, you can find them at most frozen aisles, most frozen food aisles.
Or like Albertsons?
I've almost bought them before, but
Yeah,
I just never
Walmart has
actually
them.
bought them.
Oh, they do? I'll have to try them one day.
Yeah.
Interesting. So who wants to do this one? Esther, Jeff? Esther?
Yeah, I don't mind reading it.
You want to do this one? Okay, go ahead.
A few words have changed in the Disney classic song "It's a Small World," and I want to know if you remember the lyrics the way I do. I'm guessing this is Sandy. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of blank, a world of blank.
It's a world of fears. I know the last part. It's a world of.
Oh. I really don't know, actually. I only know like part of the song.
What's the chat remember?
So,
What do you remember, Jeff? It's a world of.
World
Oh,
of
World of Hope. It's a world of hope.
World of Hope and,
And
a world
of
fear.
fears.
Hmm.
Because it rhymes with tears.
well, it's the
I
part of the
remember
song.
fears with an S.
Me too.
Yeah.
World of hope and a world of fears.
I wonder what it is now.
I don't know why I've never like known past the beginning part of the song. I add lyrics as "It's a world of hope, it's a world of fears," but the lyrics
Yeah.
no longer match my memory. I'm also having a dual memory for
Uh-oh.
it's and a world of fear and or fears.
Wow.
I remember Hope and Fear. I used to go on the ride all the time. I went to Disney with my parents every year when I was a kid.
No, it wasn't hopes. It was hope.
Hope, yeah. Hope and Fear.
Wow.
The official lyrics make hope and fear both plural. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears.
Huh.
So they're both pluralized.
That messes with my head.
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Of course, in the classic Mandela pattern, people remember every possible mix of the words hope, fears, hopes, fear, hopes, and fears. Do you remember the current lyrics or the one of the variations? People seem to remember it's and equally as well. Everyone gets the world song correct except these two lines of the song. It's a world of hope. It's a world of fear. I'm trying really hard not to sing it because I don't want you to get a strike or anything. So before we get into the printed and cover residue, here is the Disney version heard on the ride. So I guess you can play this one.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So.
Brian, can you play that one?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
they're saying cheer.
No,
Yeah, that sounds wrong.
it sounds
Philip
so.
I said cheer. That actually,
I
Hope
remember
and
that
cheer.
too.
That would make more sense. Hope and cheer, not fear.
Yeah.
I wish I knew the rest of the song, or I would be able to chime in. But yeah, there's hope, fear.
I remember the and.
So I have a
Wait, hold on. I remember it's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears.
I have a home video of when I went to Disney years ago and went on the ride. We recorded the ride. I'm going to check it out and see what it says.
Yeah, is that the water ride? You're going down the little float thing?
Yeah. And it's got all the little dolls singing the song. It's enough to make you go crazy, but I liked it as a kid.
Yeah, see that? See that? It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears. That's exactly what I remember. There was an A after the laughter.
I know this song. Yeah, when you go to Disney World, they play this song a lot, but they typically don't have the lyrics. They just play the music a lot. There's many rides that you'll hear the song play. It's funny. I lived in Florida and I went to Disney World more times when I didn't live in Florida. But I've been to Disney World probably about 4 to 5 times, at least 4 to 5 times in my life. So I mean, I remember going. We've been to Epcot and Magic Kingdom, SeaWorld, all of that. So
Yeah, I used to go to all of those too. And I went on that Small World ride every single time.
It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears.
Yep, that's what
a
I
world
remember.
of hope and a world of fears.
Hope and fears again. Here you go.
It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears.
Yeah, that makes sense. After the last few years, the song hits hard.
Ain't that the truth?
Here's someone else singing it.
It's a world of hope and a world of fear. It's so much.
It's just
There's so much that we care and it's time. Something like we're aware. Right?
So Brian, I have a dual
Impression is
memory
good.
on that one. Fears sounds right too.
I remember fears because it rhymes with tears, right? You remember fear or fears?
Both. Having a duel on that one.
I don't know if it's but also I don't know if you just said both. I say both. Like I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from the north. I don't know. I say it with an L.
Oh, I am too.
You do? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes out.
Yeah.
I wish I had my old music because we had the music sheet music of that song, but I never learned how to play it.
Okay, so some of you guys may have seen this on Crystal's show, but have you ever heard of the BC Badlands of or Denazin in New Mexico?
No.
What is that?
Okay, so this is some kind of national conservation place. Not only haven't we heard of this, but the landscape, which is filled with various unique rock formations, is unlike anything we've ever seen before, and truly looks like another planet, doesn't it?
Wow, it's cool.
Pretty crazy, huh?
What's the name of this place?
What was it called? It was a Beastie Denizen Wilderness Area. Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So it's mostly made of sandstone and salts, a variety of shapes and sizes, smooth rock, eggshell rocks, mini canyons. It's also incredible that you need to see it to believe it. And these are the best images that looks like Crystal could find here, Sandy. But I mean, doesn't that look like something out of your Windows or Mac computer screensaver, like your desktop scene?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
those are cool.
that does look pretty cool.
Some of those in there look like chicken wing bones. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, it
I
We
ain't
does.
just
hungry
said
a
you're
little
hungry.
bit.
You know you're hungry when everything looks like food.
When everything tastes like chicken and looks like chicken, I guess.
Well, it kind of does look like a bone up there on the bottom left-hand side. It kind of does look.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
The one on the top, they're just cinnamon rolls.
What do you call that? There's something in psychology when you see something that looks like something else.
Oh, I don't remember what it's called.
Any psychology majors out there know what I'm talking about?
What, like a mirage or something?
It's deep-seated in your... I've been doing a lot of research on that, but I mean, not that deep yet. I don't have a degree yet. I had thought about maybe actually doing that as like a major, but it doesn't pay well enough. Like, I need to actually make money. As much as I'd love to help people with their mental health, I don't know why the mental
It's
health
actually-
is like super.
There's this thing. It's called pareidolia. It's when you see faces in unusual places. I know that. Could also be a visual hallucination. I don't know. I see things like those like hidden pictures, like Highlights magazine or something like that. You remember getting those as a kid? You used to see things that hidden pictures. Or now, I think the kids these days use the I Spy books.
Oh my word, that that looks on the bottom right. It's like it looks like a weird alien with a gun, like shooting. That's all I can think of.
You're talking about the one on the bottom right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an alien shooting a gun. That's me after I find the cereal box empty. The kids didn't throw it in the trash. Why didn't you do that?
It's like somebody. Oh wait, hold on. That one in the middle left. What does that one look like?
A couple of different things. The ones in the middle, they almost look like a Star Wars.
Yes, it looks like a spaceship with like jet fumes coming out or something.
Yeah,
And
I was thinking like those weird. What do you call those things? Those white things that they're really tall, and they use them in the snow things, and they walk. I can't remember what they're called. I don't know Star Wars that well, but it kind of reminded me of those things. I think they were in the Attack of the Clones. I think was the one I'm thinking of. I don't know the names of the things, but those are really weird. Especially that one rock where it's like big and then it's small on the bottom like that. How does it not fall? The one on the top, I'm not even going to go there. But some of those are pretty cool, though.
The one on the bottom left kind of looks like a boxing glove.
Yeah, it kind of does. I was thinking like a buffalo. Like a charging buffalo.
But have you guys ever heard of this place before? Any of you guys familiar with Mexico or places over there?
Imagination. I like to think of a childlike imagination too, Joe.
So anyway, it's nothing like we've ever seen before. What do you think about that one, guys? Not saying it's an ME, but just never heard of this kind of place before.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's cool. I think that would be cool to visit someday.
Very bizarre.
Sandy's trying to get in.
Oh, let her in.
Oh, okay.
Let Sandy in.
Sandy, where are you? Hey, do you guys see my red bar flag in my avatar. Isn't that pretty awesome? Did you guys
It's hard to
notice that?
see it, Brian. It's so little.
If you
Yeah, I
zoom
can't
in on-
tell.
Hang on, let
Me
me see.
either.
How's that? You see
Oh
it better
no.
now? Red
Yeah,
bar flag.
kinda.
That's right from Facebook. Facebook
Yep,
avatar.
I see it.
Oh
Yep,
wow, yeah, I see it.
yep. Where's Sandy
Cool.
at?
There she is. Yeah, Sandy. Hey,
Hey,
There
Sandy.
you are.
You gotta turn my
but
volume up, Brian.
yeah, Sandy. I figured I'd.
Wait, let me.
I'm gonna turn your volume up. But I figured that I'd display your banner for you so you can explain what it is and you know talk about that a
Yeah,
little bit.
especially
if you
since I
want.
didn't get done the one I wanted to get done. Uh, there was so much, guys. There was so much stuff I had to do today, and I didn't even get half of it done. Half of it. There was stuff from the chat that I didn't get done, stuff from emails I didn't get done, stuff from our group that we didn't get done, and stuff I found that didn't get done. It's amazing how much stuff came up in the past like 3 days. People seem to think that I think they're testing the device before they go live tomorrow
Wait, which
or
device?
Tuesday. CERN. I think they've been doing little tests, and we are getting hit smacked hard. There's so much stuff I can't even.
Well, you know,
But
it is.
Brian, listen to me. Brian, the top
Yeah.
left one, the very first one, the beetle, do that last. That one's last.
Yes. No problem. I
Okay.
have no problem with that.
Just wanted to. Thank you. Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Yeah, Sandy, you tell
I
them
guess
about,
we'll explain at the end.
yeah, tell them
Oh, you
about
want me
that
to tell
banner
them now?
again.
Okay.
But have
So
you guys ever heard of super
a few
fog?
people. Huh?
What were you saying, Sandy? I didn't know you were finished.
Oh no, I was saying a few people on this panel and in the chat room right now would not stop hounding me. I love you guys. I'm just saying it that way because it's funny. But like make a Patreon or something like that so they can support all the work I do, and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable, but they kept. So I said, fine. I don't like Patreon, but I did find this site because it allows you to do like single donations or monthly stuff, and there's rewards there, but we're looking to make them better. I don't know. It's still a work in progress. Let's put it that way. But the cool thing is, like, it's like you don't get lost in my inbox. I see you. I see what you're saying. That's the coolest part about it. But anyway, no one needs to do anything. I'm just saying it's an option if you want it, because someone in the chat, who I'm not naming right now, I will be naming soon, but I'm not naming right now, suggested it, and then Brian and Jeff would not stop until I did this, so I did it. There you go.
Well, Sandy.
Hi, Anita. Thanks, Brian. So it's like super chat away from YouTube. That's basically what it is. Like or a Patreon, if you're familiar with Patreon. It's like Patreon, where you can have people who subscribe monthly for benefits that other people don't get, or they call it buy me a coffee, and you can buy whatever you can just, buying is donating. It's just donating whatever you want. That's all. Okay, can we please like not talk about this anymore, because I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, Sandy, you're being modest. I mean, you do so much work to help our channel out. You know, we appreciate you, and you know.
Yes, definitely.
You know, you're.
I
try
know,
to
but
help
I
me out
still
with
feel
any way
this
we
way. I
can.
really hate it. I really do. Oh. And I was late. A half hour late. You guys started without me.
I just took your place. Now I can leave. Bye.
No.
So,
No.
are we talking about actual fog here, or are we talking about brain fog?
Oh yeah, that's
No, we're
super fog.
actually talking about super fog. So wait, who's reading this one?
Here we go. Have you heard of super fog before? Well, it's caused when smoke and steam from burning and smoldering wetlands mix with overnight fog, making it visually almost impenetrable. This can make it
I just read the bottom.
impossible to see even directly in front or behind you. So the result, you have smoke mixed with saturated air, which results in a blanket of dense, hard to see through fog on the freeway, the morning commute. So, pretty interesting.
Read everything.
I've never
at the
heard of
bottom.
super fog. I've only heard of fog, just to be honest. You want to read this next part, guys? Anyone?
The result is fog is so thick you can't even see right in front of you. Day can appear to turn to night. Have you ever heard of this? Specifically the term super fog. Have you heard of super fog? Because we haven't, but we should have.
I don't think I've ever heard of super fog. It's just been fog.
Not me. Never heard of it.
Pretty wild.
Tracy?
It just always really bad fog. I mean, I've been in fog where it's
Yeah.
like you can't see within like a couple of feet in front of you, but never called it
Yeah.
that before.
Still, with 23 people killed and more than 100 people injured in super fog related events in Florida over the past 22 years, it suggests that additional safety measures may need to be considered. Fox 35 in Florida reports that we've been recording accidents and deaths from super fog specifically for the last 22 years since 2000. So how have we not heard of super fog? It's not just Florida either.
Pretty wild.
This weather phenomenon is not isolated to Florida either. It can happen practically anywhere that can have humidity when a fire happens.
I'm glad I don't have a lot of fog most of the time around here.
Oh, we have a ton of it here. We believe this is yet another change to our weather on this earth. Do you agree? And I don't know if it's a change to the weather as much as it's a change to terminology. Like I said, they've been calling it super fog for over 20 years, and I've never heard the term.
I've only heard of
So I
smog
think
and
it's a good
fog, or
find.
fog and smog.
Yep, same.
That
And
looks like
smog is
smog.
pollutant. So this is smog is pollutants, fog is fog, and this is fog and smoke and ash particulates
Well, I mean,
in the air.
maybe well, Sandy, we have this new phenomenon called evapocondensation, or whatever it's called, coming from the leaves.
Yeah.
What is that
Yeah.
thing we talked about?
Evapocondensation.
I think,
I
is that
think.
it?
I don't remember. It's a long word. You're asking me to remember a long word.
No, it's like
I gotta look.
evapotranspiration or something. I don't know. It's weird.
Transpiration, that's it. Evapotranspiration.
It's weird. All right,
Yeah,
we
we
got
have new
everybody here still.
terminologies.
Teresa, you still up for reading anything? You want to read the next one?
All right.
So this may not.
Did you
be
cover all of Teresa's?
No, maybe no.
I only saw the one Teresa. Is there more Teresa ones?
Yeah, I'll read this one.
Okay.
Curiouser is credit to Curiouser. What we are about to present to you may not be an ME, but it's odd that we have never heard of these, so we want to share them with you and see what you think. There are glass bridges showing up everywhere. Typically, these bridges are extremely high in the air with little visible support, allowing you to see straight below your feet to the ground. Oh my God, you would not get me on one of those. Oh my God, those look scary, guys.
Whoa, that
Okay, Brian, go ahead. Yeah, no, I'm scared of glass bridges. Curiouser first found the diamond-shaped bridge in the Republic of Georgia, which then led us down a rabbit hole of glass bridges being built around the world, but mostly in China. Whoa. Okay, go ahead. Brian, go ahead. The Diamond Bridge is a staggering 900 feet in the air, and while the path starts out wider from either side, the path narrows to only 4 feet wide. Oh, wow. But the craziest part about the bridge isn't the diamond, it's what is inside the diamond, a restaurant and a bar. That's right, they are serving alcohol on a glass bridge with a 4-foot wide walkway, 900 feet in the air. Wow.
No thanks.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You must have a
Wow.
limit. No more than one beer.
Seriously. Okay, Brian. Go ahead, Ryan. But the craziest activity at Diamond Bridge, bike riding over 800 foot in the air on a single wire over Dash Bashi Canyon, not happening. Oh my God. Oh, no. What the heck?
You got to be out of your mind to try something like that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Look crazy. Go ahead.
The way we're going, yeah.
Wow. Obsessed. Look at those crazy fireworks.
Elephant toothpaste or something.
Yeah.
whoa, that's crazy.
Beautiful. Another glass bridge she found.
I couldn't find the
ahead.
name of this one.
That's fun.
It kept coming up as the same name as another bridge, so I don't know which is which. So I
Credit
didn't want to give
Sandy.
you guys false info.
While researching the Diamond Bridge, Sandy came across a couple others in China worth looking at. Oh my God.
That's the same one. That's what
Oh.
it looked like before the restaurant was in it.
Wow, look at this one. This one is low to the ground, lights up, and it's solid, but I can't believe this is the middle of a city. That is cool looking.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I like how bright it is too. Really
It's a
pretty.
biking pedestrian bridge.
That's cool. That's cool. Amazing. Okay, go ahead, Brian. Next. And more pictures. Wow.
Yeah, from the ground, instead of from above.
That is amazing. Another in the city, but even crazier. What the heck is that?
I know. I thought it was fake at first, but it's not.
That's real?
That's real. Those are people walking across it with umbrellas in China.
I noticed the bridge in the one in the middle is higher.
Yep. It's a very
Wow.
common theme, you'll see.
Huh. Interesting.
The chat. Joe says people will walk on glass bridges, ... And Laura goes, should not throw stones.
Okay, and then more pictures of. Is that the same bridge? Pretty amazing looking.
Yeah, that's all the same bridge.
Could have knife fights.
The bottom right, The bottom right is a 3D model concept that they built the bridge off of. The actual bridge is the top left
Wow.
and everything else. But I'm saying like the full length bridge. The bottom is the artist's rendition. The top is the actual bridge.
Can you imagine being on drugs and being on that bridge?
No, I can't.
You're being pretty screwed up and like, yeah, this bridge is messed up. No, you are too.
That one looks like Mickey Mouse on the bottom left.
Oh, yeah. These are circular glass bridges. One has a gigantic shower head that rains down a light show at night. Ooh, that's beautiful. Is that the one on the right there?
Well, no, those are 3 different bridges you're looking at, but the one on the right has the shower, yes, which makes me.
Can you
I
get?
said this when we presented it.
Here's a question: how
Huh?
close can you get to it so you can get wet?
Hey, Adam, happy birthday.
Oh, I don't know.
Ah,
Whose
Adam's in the
birthday?
chat.
Happy
Yeah.
Adam
birthday.
Bockwitz.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Wait, hold
Yep.
on. Which Adam is it?
Bockwitch.
Yeah, it's his birthday
Oh,
today.
it's Bockwitch's birthday? Oh, my best friend Adam's birthday was yesterday.
Ah, 2 Adams.
Happy birthday to him as well.
Yep, I did a shout out of
Yes,
birthdays
happy
at the
birthday to
beginning.
both Adams.
Yep.
The only thing I would worry about is erosion from all that
Ugh.
water drenching that
That's
one spot
true.
on the hill.
Yeah. Landslide.
That is amazing.
Bubble wand
Pretty cool.
or shower head, I guess. That's weird.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I like the pull apart Twizzlers comment. And the weird looking bridge.
Yeah. The string twizzlers, the ones that, yeah.
Yeah. It's rolled like a Twizzler.
I'm guessing Brian stepped away a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like it.
Yeah.
Is he dealing with Evie?
Sounds like
Yeah.
it.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
I'm back. All right.
Ow.
It's okay, Brian. It's okay, Brian.
Okay. I'm taking care of Evie.
You understand?
Go ahead and
Okay.
read.
I'll go ahead and read, Brian, if you want to mute.
Yeah, she and Seth were just going at it.
Uh-oh. But this one is so crazy, so high up, that people asked Snopes if it was real. The Rui, am I saying that right, Sandy? Rui?
I
Right.
think that's good enough, yes.
Glass
I'm
bridge
not
in
sure,
China.
so I think it sounds good.
Sounds good. Is 460 feet off the ground. But unlike many glass bridges, this has a path with a solid floor for those unable to cross the glass path. Oh wow. Pick one. Ugh. Uh-oh. If you choose the solid path, you must walk up much higher than the glass path. Well, that ain't good.
No. It's like they punish you for not being able to walk on the glass.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'd be
I
like,
just-
okay,
I
I'm
love-
gonna-
Why would you do that and risk your life? I don't know.
yeah.
oh, that makes you want to like physically jump up and just like, no, I can't.
What would you pick, guys, if you had to pick one of the paths? Would you do the glass or would you do one in the middle?
Oh, I would not do
Glass,
that. You would not see me step on a glass one.
I would stay
Uh-uh.
home.
Yeah, good idea. Me too. I wouldn't even get near this bridge.
I mean,
Hold
if
on,
you
I need
made
to
me
say
do it, I would
something.
probably go on the glass, just because at least it's shorter.
Welcome, Michael Fontaine.
Adam Bockwitch is talking
Hey,
about
Michael.
Geppetto having a patch. Adam Bockwitch is talking about Geppetto having a patch, but I'm doing a Google search. I don't see an eye patch on Geppetto
Geppetto?
at all.
You sure?
Is
Tell him
it
to
a different
send you-
character you're talking about?
Tell him to send you a picture.
I'm wondering if he saw either an edited picture or if he's talking about a different character.
Hmm.
Because Geppetto just has the glasses.
Oh, you're talking about the guy that made Pinocchio, the man.
Geppetto is the white haired old man who makes Pinocchio.
Yeah, the man. That's what I said. The old guy. Yeah, the one who
Yeah.
made Pinocchio. Yeah, his father or whatever you want to call him, maker. Go ahead, Brian.
I just wanted to make sure
I
you
don't know.
weren't talking about a
Sorry, are we
different
looking at
character.
the
Adam.
same? Are we looking at the same bridge over and over, or are these different bridges?
No, that's
Looks
the
like
same bridge. It's just so long that I couldn't get it all in one shot.
different views of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Aw,
I wouldn't want to horse around on that.
no.
No.
So
I was aware of the simple in comparison glass bridge at the Grand Canyon, but nothing like the diamond or ruby bridges. Have you ever or seen these before? Not me. I've heard about the one in the Grand Canyon though. I've never been to the Grand Canyon, but I don't know if I'd want to do the glass bridge. Really scared of those.
I know I wouldn't want to.
I'd be afraid to go on
I
one of
mean, you
those.
could always walk on the edge of it. It's solid.
Yeah. I'm scared of heights
Sounds
anyway.
good, Adam. Me too.
Okay, so are there any
Me
more
too.
ones, Sandy?
Any more? Sandy, what about my FOS? You know that
Yeah,
one?
Brian, the table soccer one she wants to cover. You didn't cover that one.
Yeah, I'm going to do that one, Brian. You haven't seen that one, though, Brian. That's the new one.
Are you talking about the foosball?
Yeah.
We covered that one last week.
We did? Oh, okay. No, my bad.
You probably passed out, Teresa. No, you left early.
Oops.
And I only know that because Sandy keeps everything highly organized in her folder.
Do I have any more? Is that it?
Let's see. We did cover it. I have it in my notes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, I was probably in La La Land.
Probably.
When Teresa fell asleep at 11:02.
Thank you.
Wait, is that, hold on.
11:57 here. So wow, I'm glad I took that nap.
Do you have that in the show notes that she fell asleep at 11:02?
No.
Oh, geez.
I was just making a joke.
All right, who wants to cover? Sandy, you want to read this one, or Esther, or Jeff, or some?
I'll read it.
Why don't you guys read one since it's Curiousers? Well, it's partly Curiousers. Go ahead. Oh, no, this one's all Curiousers.
Want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Curiouser has found a couple things that she believes has changed for her in the ever-changing painting Son of Man. Question 1. What color, apple, and tie do you remember? Please answer in the chat. Color, apple, color, tie.
If you know this painting. See, Teresa and I both went to school for art, so we learned about art. And we're surprised at how many people don't know this painting. So if you don't know it, it's okay. We understand. It's just that,
Can you show
again, we
the
went to
original
school
painting?
for art, so. Huh?
They want to know if we can show the
Esther?
original painting. No,
Not yet. We're going to. You'll see it after we answer the questions.
I mean, I know what color the apple was from residue and stuff from like what I've seen. I'm not familiar with the original picture really well. I'm trying to think of the tie though.
Joe Bloor says green.
I want to say the tie is red for some weird reason, just because I just feel like it should be a red tie. I don't think that's correct, but that's what my brain wants to say. And I want to say the apple is green.
Look.
Okay.
Look.
Anita says green. Preliminal says light green apple, Granny Smith.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Very Pink Floyd-esque. Yeah. Yeah, I remember being a green apple. So I want to say that.
I feel like it was a green apple.
I don't know if I want to say red
I
tie
want the
because
tie.
it contrasts with the green.
Mm-hmm. John Nada says green, not sure about the tie. Hey, Dean.
Green would go
Laura
with it.
says that I took art appreciation in college, but don't remember the painting. No, Teresa played foosball with the E. Brian, no one's answering the tie if you want to flip it before you walk away.
Okay. All right. So, question 2: which is the closest to what you remember? A fair weather sky with puffy clouds, or a sky filled with dark gray clouds?
So, guys, left or right? What do you, or one or two? What do you remember for the background?
I kind of remember the one on the left, maybe. But I remember a green apple.
One on the left is what I remember. One.
So we got a 1 for Joe. A 1 for preliminal. Red tie for Joe. It's okay, Michael Fontaine, if you don't know it. We understand. Anita is guessing 1. John Nada is sure it's 1. 1 in green apple for Alfie. Or no, A Life.
Right.
I don't know why I said Alfie. I'm sorry. I do know that's A Life now. Thank you.
Yeah, I remember the one on the left. Which one is it?
Okay, so here's the thing. Well, you go to the next one, and this is what Curiouser remembers. I remember green apple, red tie, and number 1. We can move on. Again, this is Curiouser's Mandela effect. I have to take my medicine. So. Jeff, do you want to take over? Dan,
Yeah.
please.
Can I go on to the next slide?
Yeah.
All right.
Curiouser remembers a red apple, but it's always been green. And while I remember green, there is a good amount of residue to support her memory. And as you can now see, the tie is red, but Curiouser remembers a black tie, which would make a lot of sense if the apple was red.
I kind of do remember a black tie.
This is the original painting. You are seeing it now.
Okay, so keep in mind it's going to probably change again. So make sure.
Well, it already did change again. I covered it last week. Go ahead, Jeff.
Curiouser and I remember a fair weather sky with puffy white clouds, but it's always been overcast and gray.
So this is the current reality. I don't remember the gray sky at all. It looks so dark and menacing.
I don't remember that wall behind it. Like that cobblestone wall or whatever that is.
I do remember the wall.
I don't.
It's also possible you only saw it from above the wall because it's cropped out a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's highly possible.
So here is Curiouser's memory of red. I found a few black ties, but that was really hard to find.
Good night, Laura.
Thank you, Joe. Good night, Laura. Thanks for being
Laura.
here.
Right.
Thank you for coming.
I only remember green just because of recently.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what this picture was until you guys brought it up before the first change. That like it moved. So, I don't know, something moved.
Now you're looking. I'm sorry. I just want to say this residue is of the sky.
Yeah.
Some people don't even remember clouds, but the point is you could see clouds. Well, the long one, you know.
Mm-hmm. Or being fair weather. I remember it being gloomy.
Exactly, just not like, stormy. It almost looks stormy now.
Yeah.
They even did a Bart Simpson one. Is
And
that
here's
right?
some,
Looks
yeah,
like Bart Simpson.
that is Bart. Yep. Black ties. Or very, very, very dark red, almost black.
But also, wasn't there a change with the number of leaves?
Yeah, I've covered. I remember one or no leaves, and I remember the entire face being covered, and now both eyes can be seen, and the corners of his mouth.
Yeah, I noticed that like I could see the eyes now, and that was weird. I don't remember that.
Yeah,
It's weird how like some things
So
just keep changing and changing and changing.
how many leaves are on that apple? We should probably talk about that, like, because the number of
there's
leaves.
5 now.
5 leaves, okay.
There's 5 now.
Isn't
Okay,
there
just
3 or
There's
something?
2 on each side, and one that goes in the back that you can see through the stem. So there's 5 total leaves.
All right, so let's talk about this one. Let's see, Sandy. See, I think you found this one. You said right. This one doesn't look like it has.
I did.
Was this all
This
you?
is different, yeah.
You want to talk about this one then?
While researching King Tut recently, I saw something related that has changed for me. So here's 2 more Egyptian questions for you. Now, I'm alone on this, and that's quite all right. Last time I shared this, I was completely alone. Nothing wrong with that. Please spell the name of the Egyptian god of the underworld or deceased, Osiris.
Oh, I wouldn't know how to spell
The
it.
way you remember, it's just 1 letter. Huh? Jeff and Brian,
Jeff,
sorry, what were you going to say?
For me, it would be a stab in the dark.
Jeff?
I remember with an I.
Same here. Same here. I.
I want to say A, but that's only because it's the first thing that came to my mind. I have no idea. Not
Thank
an I.
goodness for John Nod. John Nod remembers it like me.
I remember a U.
Joe,
Oh, Teresa remembers it like me. Yay.
Yeah, I remember a U. I don't know why, but U looks better than an I. I don't know why, but yeah, U. Is that good?
So-
just throw letters out there. I don't know. Pick a vowel.
The U looks normal for me. It just looks. The U looks comfortable. You know what I mean? It just looks normal with the U. Oh no, 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 no.
A Life says I. Envy Sagittarius Arm Society says I. John Nada says you. Joe says E. And Philo says I. And just like Horace, I remember you, Osiris, but it's always been I.
I'm not doubting anyone's reality here. It just, to me, it was always an I.
I believe you.
Brian.
Yes.
Ay, 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 ay.
Yeah, I mean, it actually looks correct for me for the I, but I don't know.
That's okay. While searching for residue, I came across something much stranger than a letter change. Do you remember some Egyptian gods, including Osiris, being represented as green in art, hieroglyphs, and books?
No.
I do not remember them green. We had like a whole, maybe half a semester on Egyptian art in art history, and I don't remember green at all. They just had you
No,
know,
he was tan colored.
reddish brownish skin. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
And it's everywhere. All the red blocks I have up there, all green.
It's not easy being green.
Not easy being green. You hear all those theories that the Egyptians were, you know, the aliens helped build the pyramids. Well, here you go. We got some green humanoids.
Maybe he's green with envy.
Maybe.
That top right
Yeah,
one's
but
kind of creepy.
again, Philo,
Yeah.
why would green symbolize fertility
Well, maybe he's. I mean,
on the god of death? Like, it
maybe
doesn't
they
make
wanted to
sense.
make him look like the Incredible Hulk. You know.
Yeah.
Green means
Exactly,
good, right?
Joe. Orion lizard people. And I covered the long J-shaped lizard-like um, beards. I didn't cover this that week because I wanted to cover the beard first because it's all through here. There's long lizard-like beards.
Yeah, I'm with you on the greenness. I don't remember him being depicted as green, but you know, yeah, the eye. I remember Osiris with an eye, with two eyes.
Green looks odd.
But maybe it's because it was
Dean
recently.
Johnson says something totally not related to the Bible. I think for the first time ever I've seen this. Osiris, with you, 2005, final album from Old Dirty Bastard before his death in 2004. Old Dirty Bastard is a nickname for the American rapper. See also Osiris with an I, the Egyptian god, as a misspelling in the wiki.
I remember that. He's right.
Thank you. So, but this is Egyptian residue of Osiris with the U. I think I actually saw that when I was looking for residue. I may have included something actually from that. This is from the Egyptian wiki, Osiris with a U. Ancient Egypt wiki, excuse me. The whole website is my reality. We got normal skin tone, we have the U. It's beautiful. I love it. Now, see, I do know about the blue skin in Hindu gods. I do know that. I've never seen Egyptians have green. Question 2. In the chat, yes or no, have you ever heard specifically of the Egyptian zodiac?
Never in my life. I've heard of the regular zodiac that we're all
The Western.
I've heard of the Chinese zodiac.
And the Eastern, which is the Chinese zodiac.
Yes.
I'll tell you what though,
And the Sagittarius says no. Philo says yes.
Right.
Esther.
I don't think so. I've never
Nope.
heard of it. At least I've heard of the regular zodiac and stuff, but of course the Chinese.
Same. Never Egyptian though.
Teresa.
I have never heard of an Egyptian astrology. That is weird. Zodiac. Never. Never, never, never.
So
I've heard of many types of zodiacs, including our traditional zodiac and Chinese zodiac. But I've never heard of the Egyptian zodiac, or that Egyptians used their zodiac similarly to how people use our Western zodiac today. Have you ever heard of this?
I mean, I guess it can make sense because I mean, it's like we use it here in America. Then I guess they could have their own.
I have no idea. If they did, you could let us know, Michael Fontaine. He says, didn't Stargate mention it? And John Nodis says no. And a life says,
I guess
never
I'm
heard
a
of
mutt.
Egyptian using a zodiac.
So Seth,
I'm a
So if you guys
mutt.
want to, huh? What'd you say?
I said, oh no, I'm
You're
a
a mutt.
mutt.
You guys want to take a look and see what you are because it's all over the place. It took me forever to find mine.
so if you were born with these two, like, or actually 3 dates, you could be one of those zodiacs. Yeah, it's maybe that's why this wasn't really accepted.
Yeah, like it sounds like you're most likely to be the Nile because there's 4 sections of the year that you could be the Nile. But I believe I am. I forget.
Well,
Teresa's Thoth. I can't even say that. Thoth.
it looks like I'm Horus.
Well,
You're
Matt's a
Horus.
Anubis.
Hold on. I still can't find mine. Where the heck is it? I'm just looking for August now. You guys see? I see August 20th. I see July 29th to August 11th. Where's the middle of August? I can't find it.
There's August 20th.
Anybody
to
see?
1st.
No, the 16th. We're looking for August 16th. Anybody see?
June, September to October, March, April, November.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
hey,
you
I
guys
didn't get
moved
to
it.
read it, Brian. Instead, I didn't read it.
you put August. What
Instead
was
of
it again?
constellations, 16.
6, August 20th.
Wait, Sandy, are you Sekhmet?
Am I what?
Which one are you?
No, that's July 29th to August 11th. I'm August 16th.
Oh, okay, you're okay. Where you
I
get?
can't
I'm
even
missing.
see it. I guess you just don't exist.
No, I don't exist. Does anybody in the chat see where August 16th would be?
Yeah, because I can see
No,
August
February
11th.
1st to the 11th is Amun Ra. Okay, well, I'm going to read real quick. Instead of constellations, their signs were mostly named after their deities, and each sign had specific dates from multiple months, which were not in the chronological order of the year. Isis is my guess. Let me look. Nope, that's October and December and March.
I don't.
I think
Sandy,
someone forgot the dates. There's another chart. There's another chart. We'll look at the other chart. I think someone forgot to write some dates. When
You're
they
not
made
even
this.
on there, Sandy.
I'm not. It's not. It's gone.
I've never heard of Egyptian astrology.
There's
This is
more.
so weird.
I mean, I guess I could see the Egypt. That's why I'm surprised. Like, that's not where we base ours off from, because Egyptians were all about stars and stuff like that. That was like a big thing for them. I mean, that's where like pyramids and stuff line up with stars, and like that's a big deal for them. It's weird how I've never heard of the zodiac.
All right, let's moving on. Okay.
See, now there's a chart in the top right, Brian. Can you zoom in? The one that looks like a Monopoly board? Thank you.
Whoa.
Not that much. My goodness.
It doesn't give me much choice.
I can't read anything.
I know. Hold
Okay,
on.
so if you zoom in on that.
It's about as close as I can get.
Oh, okay. We're going to
That'll
move
all be
around
recorded.
until that, just stay there. Just stay there. I think I'm Horus. I think it's August. Zoom in on Horus. Can you zoom in on Horus? Yes, I am Horus. Oh, Horus. August 12th to the 19th. They forgot to write the August. They just put April. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Horus.
Horus.
Yeah.
Wonder what it means if I'm a What was it? A mutt?
Joe Bloor says, "Are you in denial?"
Which one is June?
Oh God.
Depends on what
Oh
the
my gosh.
there's denial.
We'll tell you after the show. We'll. Here we go.
Yeah.
We went back to it.
June would be Anubis.
Well, there's also
Well, no,
denial.
June's
So.
in multiple places. No, that June 29th to July 13th is Anubis, but June 19th to
18th.
28th is the Nile. And I'm looking for to June 18th. I don't see June 18th. I swear I just forgot some dates.
Actually, already the 4th for us.
Let's not use this chart. We'll figure it out after the show. How's that?
Yeah.
Let's move on before people are just listening to us trying to find our birthdays.
I didn't need it. Are they trying to say they're aliens or something? Is that what they're trying to say? That these weird. Or they were green.
Hey, and me Sagittarius is Horus too. Yay!
I'm Horus.
And Philo is Team Thoth with Teresa.
I'm Horus.
Am I the only mutt?
Well, that's what Emmy
Makes
said.
sense.
Huh?
What am I, guys? What am I?
You're Thoth.
I'm who?
You and Philo are Thoth. Thoth.
Okay. I don't like.
I'm the only mutt.
Okay. Esther's the only mutt.
Oh,
Do you
please, someone
remember
adopt me.
either of these? One or... Huh?
I said, please, someone adopt me.
Aw. Seth, oh, by the way, Brian's son Seth is not Seth.
No, what is he? What is he? He's.
I don't know, what is he, Brian? We looked at, I think he was Amun-Ra or Anubis. He was one of them.
Yes. It's a literal name on it.
Or Isis. One of your kids is Isis.
That's Evie. Evie is Isis.
Evie's Isis.
Seth is Seth is also Isis.
Seth is also Isis. But
That's
Avalon was something else. Maybe Anubis or Amun-Ra.
No, Avalon is Horus, like me.
Oh, she's Horus as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So basically, we don't have to read the last slide. I was just saying, the wrap up that, do you remember these? I don't. Definitely not green skin. Always a U for me, but I believe it if it was an I for you. It's all good.
I think there's
What's next, Brian? Can we get some new ones?
There's actually a calculator. If you put in your day and your month, there's a website you can go to look it up, to see what your Egyptian sign is.
There you go, guys. If you really want to know, you can go look it up.
Yep, look on use the calculator. Trust me, because you'll be fiddling with it all day. Because they're so spread out,
I'd rather it be any of these over that new 13th weird O sign.
Hold on, Sandy. I was looking at that other chart. So Horus, it has listed as November 27th to December 28th. However, I'm checking this other site and it says Osiris with a calculator, and so does this one.
You're absolutely correct. If you go back, that's what I said. That chart's not accurate. Go back.
I can't.
Yeah,
Go back to the blue. Go back to the blue one. On that blue chart, it's like they copied and pasted the dates and forgot to change it.
I think so. So you might have to
Osiris
check
and Horus has the same dates.
Yeah. So the website that you can go to, it's astrology with a K at the end .com/horoscope/Egyptian.
Well, I can't type that fast. Hold up. Astrology.com/
Well,
what?
no, hold on. Astrologyk.com
I got that. .com //
/horoscope/Egyptian.
Okay. That's it?
Yes. And you can go, you put in the month and the date.
Yes, I've covered that, Joe Bloor. I've covered the blue babies. Yep. That was a while ago. Brian, were you around when I covered the blue babies? The blue and green babies?
You know where the word horoscope came from?
It's totally ignored me.
Hora.
No.
Hora means comes from the Greek word hora or aura. It means time, and scope means observer. So you're basically observing time.
Mm.
Yes, but check that out if you guys want to see which is your sign.
Brian,
Yes.
I can't find it. I don't know what I called it in my folder. But were you around when I covered the babies being blue?
The baby's name what?
Babies being born blue.
Being born blue. No, I don't remember that one.
And if I can find the folder, we'll cover it next week. But why don't we go to something? What's next? That's what
I
I'm
kind of
trying
wanted
to
to
say.
talk about this Star Wars C-3PO thing.
All right. While you guys, someone
Okay.
else read it, I'll see if I can find the one Joe's talking about in my Flickr folder.
Well, definitely happy 4th of July, you guys on the East Coast. It's already 4th of
Happy
July.
4th of July.
Yay.
Yes, it
And
We're
is.
not
probably
quite there yet.
Americans out there.
We're not quite there yet in the Central Time Zone, but you guys, happy holiday. Sandy, you want to read this one since you found this one? And you and Curious?
No. Have someone else read it. I'm looking for a folder.
Okay, I'll read it. We aren't saying this is a change yet, but we should all keep an eye on C-3PO again. Something else is off. So he looks like he's becoming a little less golden, and parts of him look silver now. This replica of the hands are way too light, and the highlighted part at the top of the hand looks silver now.
But the photo is gold.
That's strange.
Yeah, it is a really light gold now.
Also, when his leg turned silver, was his foot on that leg silver or gold?
So you're asking the chat here. Don't go on. When his leg turned silver, was the foot also silver, or was the foot still gold? So silver or gold in the chat. Can someone see the chat and read any answers that come up? And guys, what do you remember?
I don't see anything right now.
I remember it being gold. His feet were gold.
I remember gold.
It was just the calf.
I don't know. I kind of want to say his foot turned silver too, but I focus so much on the leg. I'm not 100% certain. I want to say it was the whole thing. I always remember it just being all gold, but
So is that the guy who was originally in the suit? Or
I think so.
I guess so, huh?
All silver knee
Although
down.
that mask looks a little bit too small for his face. So, any answers?
I
just
asked you guys to look.
I remember gold. Sorry, I'm starting on. I remember gold. His whole body was gold. That was, remember it gold, but turned out to stand a reflection of it. Silver knee
What
down.
color do you, Esther? What color do you remember his foot?
I mean, I always remember him always having gold, but when it changed, I thought like the leg and the foot changed silver when it changed. It wasn't just his leg; it was like the whole thing.
Okay. So, because I'm finding it both ways, and this drawing of the scene in the photo has 2 gold feet, the drawing a silver foot. So it's weird how the photo and the drawing
Yeah,
they're not
and I
congruent.
also have photos coming up from the first Star Wars with the silver foot.
I love gold. I like that, Joe. Yeah. That just looks weird.
Here, Anthony Daniels poses with his costume through the years, and none match what we are seeing happen to the costume. Even weirder, Daniels autographed this official photo. Both legs and feet are gold, and the A in his name literally circles the gold, that leg that changed to silver. I mean, that looks like residue for gold leg. What do you think?
Yeah.
Like I said, or like Sandy said, we are not saying these are actual MEs just yet, but we should all keep an eye on him because it looks like something is about to happen.
Especially now, I should probably take in as much information tomorrow as I possibly can, write stuff down and everything for all the stuff
Well,
that's going to
Time
change.
I'm
before we
wondering.
turn that machine on.
What I'm wondering are where are the Sheldon Coopers of the world? That can remember every single thing. That they would really come in handy right now.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what? While someone is in the chat, Emmy, are you still here? Is Emmy Sagittarius still here?
What, Sandy?
I was asking if Emmy Sagittarius was still in the chat.
Doesn't
Oh, I
look
don't
like it.
know. It was here earlier.
I know. Yep. Sorry. I wanted to say thank you
Oh,
for
yes.
standing up for
Sandy,
us.
please. She said, yes, you found
Oh,
it.
no, yeah, okay. Yes.
Okay, so next up, we're talking about Forrest Gump. Jenny, the
Esther, do you want to read one?
the Jenny change, I guess, of her death.
I guess I can read this
Yep.
one.
Yeah, Esther.
I have something to ask about Forrest Gump that could possibly be a Mandela effect.
Possibly.
In Forrest Gump, what do you remember Jenny dying from?
I could have sworn she died
That's
from
it.
AIDS.
She died from a cough. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought she died from AIDS.
AIDS.
Cancer?
It was AIDS. I remember. Because, it was the
Well, we're waiting
60s.
for the chat. Stay here, Brian. So Joe remembers AIDS. John Nana says cancer, Teresa.
Wait, he remembers like me?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And Michael Fontaine says Hep C. There's 3 answers in the chat. It shouldn't be. There shouldn't be 3.
Yeah, his mother.
I remember AIDS. His mom died of cancer, says a life. F&M Crafts, welcome, says AIDS. F&M Crafts, do you have a YouTube channel? She was abused as a child and was sexually promiscuous and got the AIDS, says Joe. No, you're not in trouble. I'm saying thank you.
Do you want me to read it or
Thank
wait?
you for standing up. Wait 1 second. I was saying thank you for standing up for us. That's all. Okay, go on, Esther. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just asking, do you want me to go ahead and read it since he already switched it? So, I, along with many others, always believed that Jenny died from HIV and/or AIDS, despite the virus. Doctors don't know what it is, never being named.
So in the movie, she says, I have a virus, Forrest. The doctors don't know what it is. And it says here, Jenny was an unfortunate casualty of the HIV/AIDS pandemic.
But the writer of the story says it was never AIDS, it was hepatitis C. Both HIV and Hep C were identified after Jenny's death on March 22nd, 1982.
Wow.
I remember it was definitely
So
not.
just to... Go ahead, Esther.
Oh, I was just saying,
What'd you say?
I remember it being like, I thought it was HIV, but I mean, Hep C, I guess I could see that too.
Well, see, the blurb above that saying that it was an unknown disease until 1989 is not exactly accurate. Or maybe it is. We'll see. I'm not sure.
People knew
Maybe I'm
about
mixing up the two.
Okay, try
All right, so I'll read these if you can't. It's really small. So in 1983, HIV-1 or pre-AIDS was first detected. And in 1989, so it is accurate, I was mixing them up, the non-A, non-B hepatitis virus was identified. And in 1994's original Forrest Gump, the mother of Forrest Jr., Jenny, played by Robin Wright, dies after suffering from an illness implied to be HIV/AIDS. But apparently it's Hep C now. So I don't know if this is a Mandela effect or we were just all assuming, millions of us. Don't understand.
What I find especially interesting is there was supposed to be a sequel about Forrest and his son, Forrest Jr. It never happened because of 9/11. In it, Forrest Jr. has HIV/AIDS, which he contracted from his mother, Jenny, who supposedly did not die from HIV.
So again, there was a script. They had, Brian, can you go back? I still have to read. Stay there for a second. There was a script already done. The actors and actresses had already signed on to do this sequel. But then 9/11 happened and the whole thing was scrapped.
Wow.
And there's some residue. I need you, like here it says, Forrest Gump could have had a wild sequel that featured O.J. Simpson's car chase. Keep that in mind. But it was going to start with Little Blue having AIDS, Roth said. In 1994 original Forrest Gump, the mother of Forrest Jr., Jenny, dies after suffering AIDS. Why would they start it that way if she didn't die of AIDS? But the next slide, I think, has the residue that I'm talking about. So, it's not on my screen yet. On the very bottom, Hank's character riding in the back of O.J. Simpson's Ford Bronco during the infamous freeway chase scene. Well, how could he be riding in the back if that's where O.J. is now? Right? O.J.'s not driving anymore? Wasn't his friend driving now?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. But these are all people that remember AIDS.
I watched the movie once. I didn't much care for it.
Really? I loved it.
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater.
So this guy Greg Burke explains it pretty well. He says, sorry, but as someone who worked for a decade in the medical field, the Hep C virus takes about 20 years for significant damage to be done to the liver in someone who has contracted it. I would be willing to wager that in the original script, Jenny died from AIDS, but activists were upset that it would further stigmatize those who were infected with the HIV virus as being drug abusers or promiscuous. So when the movie was released, I believe they purposefully chose to leave it vague. Then years later, they concocted the hepatitis C lie to appease activists. You may agree or disagree, but it's not a far-fetched theory at all.
And usually with Hep C, if someone's dying from any liver disease, they'll look very yellow, their eyes will be yellow, and Jenny didn't present with any of those symptoms.
So maybe Tom and Jerry may have Hep C because they have yellow eyes.
Tom, Jerry, the Pink Panther, like it goes on and on. Donald Duck's, oh no, they're blue. They have blue eyes.
Right.
Yes, it was very wishy-washy, Philo. Just a virus of unknown origin. This is the scene where she says it. Go ahead, Esther.
Okay. Do you think this is a Mandela effect, or is this millions of people assuming her virus was AIDS? The sequel leads me to believe that. I'm curious. What do you think? But I'm curious.
I'm gonna say it's a Mandela effect because I think anyone you ask is gonna say AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
And
I said, I
again,
watched
a
the movie once,
sequel. Yeah, but the sequel was going to be that she died of AIDS. So why would they put a whole sequel around that? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. We are getting close to the time. We need to sort of wrap it up a little bit, though. We'll kind of do. This is a rewind / update. In 2019, Sandy covered a few changes to the 1980s Jim Henson classic Fraggle Rock. Question 1. Do you remember the hair on the left orange or red on red Fraggle? What do you remember, guys?
So left
Was
or
there
right,
any-
red or orange, whatever you want to write. What do you remember?
I mean, when I first
There's
saw
only
the
two
picture,
more
my
folders
eyes-
after this, Brian.
What is it? I think
There's
there's
only
two more folders
after this.
Yeah, I think there's 2 more
Yeah.
folders. I know what my answer. Do you guys have an answer?
Was red.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
Okay. That's what I'm going with too. I mean, that's what I remember. Was red.
They
That's
both
why they
look
call
right.
it red.
But yeah, I want to say it was red just because that was her name, but I mean, I haven't watched it since, oh my word, since I was a kid.
What year did
Teresa,
Fraggle
do
Rock
you know
come out?
this character?
Or early 80s?
87.
Is
Wait,
Teresa
Fraggle
still
Rock
there?
came out in 87?
Oh no, I think I'm
Sandy,
wrong about
Sandy,
that.
you did this one a while. Sandy.
This is a rewind, Teresa, with an update.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember it being all red. Like
Wait,
my hair
what?
used to be. Always
Fraggle
red.
Rock- Fraggle Rock actually shows it came out in 1983.
Yeah, see,
It
I
did.
was
It
just
ended in
born.
1986 or 87.
Yeah, see, I was too little. I wasn't even
So
watching
in the
TV.
chat, Oh. In the chat, Michael Fontaine says orange. Philo says red. A Life says orange. Joe doesn't know, and that's okay. Michael Fontaine has watched it recently with his kids. Not so, Philo. You're gonna be they've kind of swapped. Let's put it that way.
So this, I thought Fraggle Rock was later because I remember I only got to watch TV for a very, I mean, it wasn't like a lot when I was a kid, but I remember being around like 7 or 8 watching it. And I
Well,
don't
they did
remember.
bring it back, and there
Yeah,
was also a cartoon.
yeah.
You probably
Like,
saw
I
the
didn't,
syndication where they just like were playing it again.
yeah.
Because actually, it originally aired only on HBO, and it also aired on TNT and something else, another channel. So you may have seen it on basic cable when you were growing up.
So in
Yeah.
Sandy's past, the hair was always the color of her shirt, which is always red, all red. But now it's depicted as all orange. And the official color is red with orange and yellow highlights. I don't remember that at all. Completely hides the red, I guess. All I see is orange and yellow, which looks so wrong.
Yeah, I don't remember her hair having multiple colors in it and looking very orange.
I mentioned the Desert Ezekiel. Yes, you did. About the Fraggle Rock.
Sorry about that, guys. We had a late nap today, so that's why we're up right now. Let me go take care of that. Hey, you want to read or actually there's pictures here. Evie, tell me what color the hair is.
No.
Tell me the color of the hair right there. What color is the hair? Tell me. Is it orange? Is it orange or red? Yes, it's dark outside, sweetheart. What color is the hair?
No.
Color.
No.
That's not a color.
What color is that? That's her favorite word right now. I think. No. All right. So anyway.
All right. This is the reading part.
Change with the lyrics.
Brian, let somebody else read.
Okay, go ahead and read it.
Teresa, do you want to read?
I'll read it.
Yeah, I can do it. I'll do it.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Where were we? Oh, the second change was the lyrics of the theme song, which seems to have changed again. So this is either a flip-flop or addition to the original ME. Is this a new one, Sandy?
No and yes. I've already covered this. Since Brian's not here to flip it, I'm going to ask everybody what's on the next slide.
Okay,
Dance
go ahead.
your cares away. Worries for another day. Let the music play. Down blank Fraggle Rock.
Oh, I don't see that come up.
Fraggle Rock. I'm just reading it because Brian's not here to flip it. Oh, he just flipped it.
All right.
There you go.
All right. Dance your
You're
care
so
away.
fine.
Down in Fraggle Rock.
I'm just going to step away for a second. I really don't know the lyrics of this one, but I will be right back. You guys can answer.
It's okay. Philo remembers at. Brian already put the answer on screen. Michael Fontaine says in. But Michael Fontaine has the current memory. He's been watching it recently.
Down in Fraggle Rock? Isn't that what it is? And
That's
I
what it is
remember in.
now. I remember at.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure about this one. This one's kind of weird.
Yeah, well, it's got to get weirder, so hold on your hats.
All right. Let me know when you're ready for the next one.
Whenever Brian gets back, there's
All
gonna
right.
be video. He's got to present with sound and everything.
All right. I think he's just taking care of stuff.
Me too. I watched it when it came out.
Okay.
We can't go anywhere. Teresa, Brian's gone, so we have to wait.
All right. How many more folders do we have after this one?
2.
2? Okay. I think I'll be back.
Yep. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh,
Brian.
I'm muting for a second to shut my door because Joey's got the TV loud.
Oh, here we go. All right, next, Brian. Next.
It only takes 2 seconds for a child to turn a place into a tornado, like a tornado hit it.
Go ahead, Brian.
Sorry,
Next
guys.
slide. Yeah, we still have 2 more folders to go.
The craziest part is most lyrics say at and not in. Even sheet music says at.
Like I remember.
To me, it was always down in Fraggle Rock.
Yes.
Do you
Do you
hear
All
hear
right, Brian, you
at?
got to present with sound.
if you hear at in the music?
Now,
Can you play it slower?
no, you don't have to. No, this one is supposed to be just in. This is the original recording, and it is in. The problem comes later on. But I wanted you to hear how it is now. The next slide is the actual intro to the show, so you know that's what they're singing. Go ahead, Brian. So it's clearly down in Fraggle Rock here. Okay? Now, we're going to read a little bit more. But now in 2022, go ahead, Teresa.
Okay. Down at Fraggle Rock is sung in both the closing theme and the final episode closing theme, but it sounds like N is used as well. Interesting.
And here's where you have to listen, guys. Listen for in and at.
Okay, Brian, you got to play this one.
Whoa.
Sounds like in.
First I heard at, and then I heard in.
Teresa, wait until the end. There's so much more. You're talking over all the ats.
I thought you already did.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
Play it again, Brian.
All of it?
All of it. So you can hear all the ats, yes.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
Clearly, the man at the end says at, but I can still hear in
Yes,
throughout.
and that is what I remember.
Yeah, I can hear in, but then yeah, at comes
On
out at the
the
end.
very first one was in, and then the rest is at. The very first one is in that last clip, and then everything
Okay.
else is at.
If I tell my
So
brain
you,
it says in, I can hear in.
so you remember at is what you're saying, Sandy, or is it in to you?
1000%. It was always at for me.
At for you? Wow, it was always in for me. That's weird.
And the
What about you
behind the
guys?
scenes, the behind the scenes that aired July 13th, 1987, is titled Down at Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, so I can hear it both ways.
And all these books.
They both kind of sound. I don't. In sounds more appropriate, but they both kind of sound correct.
I hear both.
And the thing is, there was nothing like this for at when I covered this originally. So that's why it's an update.
Yeah, we only saw like maybe like a handful of episodes.
All right, so just a couple more to go over
Then
before
we're
we
done.
call it a night. It's getting kind of late. We're cutting into the midnight hour here very shortly.
Hey, Propagate.
So, Sandy, is this a personal one for you? This Mickey Mouse Mandela effect?
It
Mickey Mouse
is,
watch?
but it might affect other people. I'm not sure. So, this is specifically concerning Mickey Mouse watches in the 70s and the 80s, because that's when I had my watch. And we can go on for the question, Brian. The Mickey watches I am referring to had Mickey in the center, like this goofy one, and his arms and hands pointed to the minute and the hour. What color or colors do you remember his gloved hands on the watches in the 70s and the 80s?
I
We
could have
lost
sworn.
Teresa.
I could have sworn they were
Where
white.
she left. Okay, white for Brian.
She might have left
Brian,
because
do you hear me though? Teresa's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, she normally says good night.
Is she off tomorrow? I think she's off tomorrow, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Most people are off
4-day
tomorrow.
weekend. So Michael says white. Philo says yellow.
I say white.
Esther,
Oh wait,
Jeff, you
I'm
guys want to
sorry,
chime in?
I just got to download. I'm remembering yellow now.
Oh,
I remember white.
I mean,
I
just
remember
What'd you say,
white.
Esther?
so white is what I would assume. I mean, I never had the watch, but I would assume it'd be white. Because
I did, and that's why I said it was personal.
Yeah. That's where for me, I'm like, I'd never owned one of the watches. So.
Joe says white and yellow. Eddie says red. A Life says, I remember seeing them as yellow. I didn't have one, sadly. Not flesh.
I want to say like some of them might have had like a flesh tone, or not like a flesh, but like a yellow color, because I remember some of the older watches having like odd colors for the. Because my dad used to sell all kinds of stuff, so we would come across like the watches and stuff, and like pins, and they would have different colors on them. So I would imagine yellow could be another, or like a opaque type color.
As I'm going to say here, in the 90s, I began seeing a few of these watches with yellow hands. But in the 70s and the 80s, they were always white for me.
Red. A couple of people are saying red.
Yeah, I know. Watches with white hands haven't disappeared entirely, but red and yellow hands are much more common, which leads me to believe this is a change.
Makes sense. I think
Like for every white hand.
It seems like there were different manufacturers, you know?
There were different manufacturers before. There were. But the thing is, like for every white-handed Mickey Mouse watch I find about 40 yellow and red, and a few orange.
I mean, I could see
Like
them being
that's
a different
how
color.
uncommon white is. Oh,
I could
that
see
was
them being a
loud.
different color if you want to be able to see, like if you use a white background to change the color of the hands to tell the difference between the hands and the background. Because the hand is a little
Yeah, I
hard to
never had a
tell.
problem reading it on mine.
Yeah.
And this
Well, I'm
one's
just saying.
white with
Yeah.
white hands. It just
Yeah.
I've never seen red ever. And I can't believe 2 people in the chat remember red. Never seen red. Go ahead, Brian.
Is this going to bed?
Okay.
Hey, Teresa. Whoa. Oh, that looks bad.
It
It's
looks
like
horrible. hmm And
what?
this is my watch. I had this watch growing up because I remember the Mickey Mouse and the red band. It's the red band. I don't know if you can see that. Um, but now they're yellow or orange or I meant to write red. I don't know why I didn't. You can find this watch with all 3 colors now: yellow, orange, and red. And it was never like this for me. It was always white.
Hmm.
Good night, Prop. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, see, I could see the yellow, like I said, with that, just to make it stand
Yeah,
out
but
more.
I don't remember that. I don't remember them yellow. I don't. Not older ones. Only the new ones I remember, like 90s on, seeing them yellow. And I never saw red or orange. And now there's red and orange too, which is weird.
I mean, the yellow I remember is not like this type of yellow. It's more like a pale yellow. The ones I remember being, it was an old-fashioned kind of antique yellow. I remember, like I said, just to kind of
Like a
off
golden.
easy. Yeah, it was like an off, almost tan color, just to offset, so it's easier to see the hands. That's what I
No,
remember.
these are all like yellow and very bright golden.
I went
Brian,
to a
you
lot
gonna
of
go? There you
growing up.
go. So here's an ad in 2 ads from magazines, from catalogs, not magazines. None of them have white hands. Not a
Wow.
one.
Red looks odd to me. No, Eddie had one that had red.
Red, orange, and yellow. It's weird. There's my watch in the bottom left corner with the orange hands. And above it, again, I can tell because it says Mickey Mouse on it.
Hmm.
Eddie had one and his was red. It's crazy. I never saw the red hands before. And they're everywhere. It's not like, there's one brand with red hands. My watch has red hands now. That's crazy. I couldn't find my watch with white hands at all.
Hmm. Yeah, something you look at a lot, so it's not like something that would be easy to forget. Especially
I
red.
only remember white.
I only remember the white.
What's up, Prop?
I mean, if any of them were red, it would have been like so random and like very like I don't remember like an old fashioned watch or something like. I don't remember red though.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. But like I said, it's the fact that my watch changed. And then when I went to look,
Why are
I'd
Mickey?
say 80 to 90% are red and yellow.
Why is his shoes
You remember what?
orange? The bottom on the right, like his shoes are all orange instead of yellow.
That's more like the golden yellow.
Yeah, it's weird. See, he's got a tail on all these.
Those white buttons bother me. They were always gold for me. Always gold.
Since we're talking about clock
Yeah,
faces,
Dean
so let's
Johnson,
do-
red-handed.
Yeah, caught red-handed. Yeah, the red. Oh my word! It just looks like an accident happened. It doesn't look appropriate at all. I could see red being like
Nope.
the 50s or 60s or whenever Mickey Mouse first came out, and then they realized this is a horrible design, and then switched it. Like, immediately realized what they've done. It's like, let's no. It's portraying something bad here. Like red hands, not a good thing. You know.
I could
Yeah,
go with that.
it's-
All right, so since
Yeah.
we are talking about clock faces, just some residue I recently found in old cartoons of the clock the way we remember it. This is a 6, the right side up instead of upside down like it is now. And this is the last slide. And these are beautiful representations of how clocks work for me. We have the IV for the 4, and they're all upright. They're not upside down like they are now.
That's the last one for that one, right?
Well,
No,
she took
6 is
pictures
upside
of
down,
these.
Eddie. Like you gotta, if it, hold on a second, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are upside down on clocks now when they're written in Roman numerals.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that way.
Can you show them a picture online real quick, Brian, just so they understand what I'm saying? By right side up as opposed to upside down.
We used to sell those
Any clock,
old-fashioned.
doesn't matter.
They're a reproduction of old-fashioned clocks, and I really wish I had taken pictures of them when I was a teenager and didn't know that I would need them later in life.
They could have changed too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we used to be surrounded by clocks.
All the Roman numeral clocks have the ones upside down, pretty much. It's most of them.
Yeah, show them an example, like a click on one. Show them an example where, like the
Right
like the
side up.
standard now. No, most like 99% of them are upside down now. The V is upside down. You see it? Even where it's the IV for the 4. They're not right side up, they're upside down.
That's really hard to read. It's hurt my eyes looking
It
at
is really hard to read.
Yeah, but the one on the bottom left-hand side is actually correct.
Yep. I noticed this change a while back.
Oh,
Probably
it's a teacher stamp. That's why it's not a clock.
It was like 2016, 2017 when I noticed it changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did a video on it. You were in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You remember that?
I do.
Mm-hmm. Upside down world like Stranger Things. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're trying to illustrate. Maybe Stranger Things is more fact than fiction in some ways.
So I have a hard time watching the
Okay,
video.
guys.
So it rings a little true.
What I'm about to show you, I don't know if it's been covered or not. I searched and I searched and I searched on YouTube. I didn't see a single video about this. So, yes, Joe, or soft disclosure. There's a possibility this may have been covered, but this is the first I'm seeing of any of this. So here we go. 3 years ago, Moneybags found the Mandela effect in John Lennon's Imagine video. In his video, he states that his white suit is now all black, and most of us agreed. We remembered all white. And this is a scene for a minute. Go ahead, Brian. So here's images of him in a white suit. Esther found that awesome one in the bottom right. That's not John Lennon. That's the Fab Four. He looks so much like John Lennon playing Imagine in that white suit with a black shirt. Because Esther and I both remember it changing to a white suit with a black shirt at one point, and then it went all black.
Hmm.
Brian, you can go on, get to the questions. But I've noticed some changes I want to ask you when it gets back on my screen. I was watching a video on YouTube yesterday that showed the video clip, and I immediately saw two changes. One to his jacket, the other his glasses. Which shape of the glasses do you remember on John Lennon in the Imagine video? Top or bottom? Round or slightly aviator? Which
Yoko
shape do you remember,
Ono.
top or bottom?
I like
I
it.
know, I saw it. Top for Michael Fontaine, top for Joe Bloor. Top for JT74.
You were Oakley's.
I knew what you meant. You were Oakley.
Oh.
Brian, Esther, Jeff, want to chime in here?
Top.
So it's B, the bottom one.
I mean, I know the answer, but I mean, I want to. Originally, I would definitely say the round glasses, but I know what the answer is.
Yeah, I remember the top, the round ones.
Both? Yay cake. I mean, technically, I guess it's both. Top is too wide. Well, he had his round John Lennon glasses for quite a few years. Apparently, not that many years.
So which one is it?
Oh, Sandy's backstage.
Uh-oh. Must be that bug.
I was wondering why Sandy didn't say anything. I was like, where's she at? I wanted to let her answer. There
Well, I
she
want to
is.
ask Philo to clarify, because she says both. Do you remember both in the Imagine video? You remember him changing his glasses in the Imagine video? I'm talking just about the music video. Okay, so really quick, we have Michael Charles, welcome, saying top. Joe Bloor said that was just stick. Yeah, definitely. Liminal remembers the bottom. I'm not talking about the wideness. Ignore the wideness. I'm talking about the shape of the lens. Round or slightly aviator. A Life says top. Propagate says top. Let's see. JT74 I got Michael Fontaine. Joe Bloor says circle. Oh, I'm not talking about the cover. I'm talking about the video only. Dean Johnson says round, so top. Philo says bottom. Okay, we can go on. You guys remember these glasses? Because I do not. I
Nope.
remember his round glasses in the Imagine video. They were round for me, and they were clear. I don't remember any yellow on them.
Maybe with all that white, he needed, sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so much white in that room.
So here
Except for
is
him now.
everyone remembering the round for Imagine specifically.
Yeah, that's okay now.
Also, do you remember him wearing a black V-neck undershirt under a navy polo shirt with a velvet blue jacket, blue, not black, covered in gold and red crosses? Do you guys remember this? Because when I watched Moneybag's video, it wasn't a velvet jacket at all. It was a black jacket with a black button-down shirt. None of this is familiar to me. But Esther, when she watched the video, she saw it sort of like this. It was still black. But she commented on his video about these things on the jacket. I've never seen these things on the jacket before. Have you guys?
I actually commented about the polka dots. Because there were
You
polka
remember
dots, I
polka
remember.
dots. That's correct. Yeah, other people were saying polka dots as well. Do you guys remember this being on his jacket? He is literally wearing a black V-neck with a blue polo shirt and a blue velvet jacket covered in crap.
It's weird.
Yeah, it does kind of look like Louis Vuitton, right? It does. Good eye, Philo. There's even a replica jacket that shows him wearing blue. But the jacket that Moneybag shows, which is the next slide, was black. So there's a replica jacket, but it's black. But the jacket, as you can see, is obviously blue.
I thought it was all white.
It was, we know that, Brian. I'm talking about since it changed. So here it's black. This replica is black, but he's wearing blue. It's clearly blue. In Moneybag's video, he shows this jacket, but only says the suit turned black. But the comments, like I said, like Esther's, mention the crosses, things, patterns, spots, polka dots, flowers on the jacket.
It looks like someone is playing Galaga on this man's jacket.
Yeah, it's a mess. I've never seen this before. And yeah, people are also mentioning the weird choker. A lot of people remember scarf tied with a knot. I'm not sure, but I don't remember that choker. But I didn't want to add so much stuff that you guys forget it all. So I left that part off. Because
the choker
this is a brand
changed.
new one. Yeah. Then today, while looking for residue, I saw the beginning of the video and I have to ask, do you remember him wearing Yeti boots? Because I do not at all. Yes or no, do you remember him wearing Yeti boots in the Imagine video? Yes or no in the chat. And yes or no panel. Do you remember him wearing Yeti boots in the Imagine video? Brian, Esther, Jeff, chime
No.
in.
No, don't remember
Oh,
that.
no.
No.
So JT
I mean, it kind of goes
no.
with the 70s style, but
Huh?
I remember, like I said, I remember like those really nice. They're not dress shoes, but they were kind of like dress shoes. Like, I don't know how to explain them.
That's okay. I'll be showing them to you in a minute. Joe Bloor says
Yes.
no. Emmy says, Emmy and Philo are screaming no. No, Yoko did. Not anymore. This is crazy. I agree. When I actually found all this, I sent to all of them a all hands on deck. I was like freaking out over all this. Okay, next slide is going to be the images from the video. Brian, can you zoom in on the zoomed in one on the bottom left? This is them walking into the house. You can clearly see Yeti boots.
Mm-hmm.
And
Especially him at the door.
in the video, we're not going to play the video because he will get a strike like you wouldn't believe. But in the video, you can see that the boots, like, moving. You see the boot. He's wearing these boots during the entire video. Oh, no, in a good way, Philo, not in a bad way. So, yeah, he's wearing these boots the whole video. And I have residue of the shoes I remember for when they were walking into the house. You can zoom out again, Brian. Let them see the slides. And then we can move on. This is what I remember him wearing. This is a scale model of John Lennon in the blue jacket and black pants that you can see there. It's blue now. Clear as day, blue versus black pants. In the blue jacket with the blue shirt, with the shoes I remember. I don't remember the other stuff, but these are the shoes I remember for the Imagine video.
Yes, that's what I remember.
Yeah. Hey, Virgos.
I know his
And
style.
here's those weird glasses. Huh?
I know he had a weird style when he hit the 70s. So,
Yeah, but I don't remember these glasses at all. It's just me saying I looked everywhere to see if anybody covered this on YouTube. I couldn't find anything except for the one that I watched of Moneybags video where it turned from white to black. But all of this is just crazy to me. It's all new to me. I've never seen him with this style of glasses. I remember the image on the bottom left with round glasses. They're not round anymore.
the
And
one
I've
on
never
top,
seen a picture of him in the top left.
the top left, I do remember those glasses from the music video Rain that they did. So he wore they were like a sunglass type thing, but they were that sheet for Rain. So I do remember those
I've
glasses.
never seen these. I've also never seen the music video for Rain, so that could be why I've never seen them. I've
Yeah.
never seen any of these.
That's the one that you see Paul's busted lip. So I've seen it quite a few times. Yeah. It's a cool song too. I actually have it in one of my playlists. It's
Yeah, I like
actually
Rain.
you sing backwards in that song. I think it's one of the first ones that they were doing like some interesting stuff in the song, so they tried singing backwards in the song. And
I
all
think
they were
that's
saying.
it. That's the last slide, right, Brian?
Yeah, I think that's it. Anybody have any comments before we call it a night?
I don't know.
Thank-
Just
I want to thank Sandy, first of all, for preparing all these slides and for her hard work. It's definitely much appreciated, Sandy. And guys, if you could visit Sandy's Buy Me a Coffee website link, click on or type it in there in your thing. Show her some support, okay, guys?
you don't have to.
If
And
you'd
also-
like, if you'd like to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Bill
But
Moore says,
if
thanks,
you-
Sandy.
Oh, you're welcome. But if you do go there and you see that it's only like subscribing monthly, there's a tab where you can switch it to like a one-time thing. I don't want people to think they have to subscribe to the monthly thing. And again, still working on the rewards. And if John Nada is still here, he's got to let us know. John Nada is my first supporter. Thank you, John Nada. And he's got to let me know he gets to join us on one of our shows. Well, actually, two of our shows. Or after the show, like when we hang out in the StreamYard after the show. That's one of the rewards you can get for the month. One of the monthly subscriptions is one or two shows where you join us on the show or after the show. So, again, no one has to do anything. I just put this together because John Nada and Brian and Jeff kept telling me to do it, so I finally did it. Thank you, JT. Oh, thank you, Life. Esther, what did you want to say something? Jeff, you've been really quiet too.
Keeps muting himself. Yeah, I was just going to mention about the, I know wasn't Yoko, her headband thingy. I know we all part of the same thing, but I just want to mention it. So if for later on down the road, her headband thingy across the top of her head, that pearls, they're that off-white, they're no longer white, which was weird for me because I remember her white. So they look like they're turning almost gold. So I just want to keep an eye on that, and as well as her, not just focus on him, but also her outfit. So who knows? Maybe her outfit might start changing.
That's true, because I remember the video all white, like all white. It was just white. And now you're right. She's got like off white colored pearls that don't match her white dress. And he's just a mess. He's an absolute mess. I don't even know what to say
Yeah, the
about
whole
Yeah.
John
thing looks
Lennon in that
Keep
ridiculous.
video.
on it, so if any more stuff changes, it's like, well, at least we already, we're keeping track of like all of the little changes that, um,
Yeah.
even if we don't have residue or not looking for that, at least it's information for now, so we can come back to this later.
Yeah. Well, we have a ton more stuff that I still have to put together. Something, whether it's what's happening at CERN or I don't know what's happening. All I know is I am getting bombarded with stuff. I have too much stuff and not enough time to put it all together. So stay tuned. It's going to be, the next few shows are going to be great. That's all I got to say. They're going to be great. Make sure you're here next week. And Jeff, anything you want to say before we go?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, then we're all going to say Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Happy
Except
4th,
for
everyone.
Americans. And have a great night. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome. Thank you,
You
guys.
still have a happy 4th, even if you live in another country.
Night, everyone.
Yes.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night.